Hello, hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Film Files.
Film Files
Podcast. Film Files Podcast. Coming to you live in our recording studio. This is Josh. You recognize his beautiful face. Joining us this week is Cameron. Say hi to everyone, Cameron.
Hey, guys.
That's all we need you for. Okay, You can go now. This week, we bring to you some very cool content that we're proud of. We wanted to talk a little bit about Cameron's expertise in Disney films.
Brought to you by Wonder Woman.
Brought to you by
but,
the wonderful Dr.
She came
Woman.
through the door and handed these to us.
Dr. Pepper.
This is Mountain Dew.
Our other sponsor. Brought to you by Dr. Pepper, the sponsor we bought. So, this week, we want to discuss a few interesting things, get into maybe some Star Wars, some Harry Potter action, and some Disney-fied things. Okay, we need to talk about this right off the bat. And we want to bring in Cameron's opinion on these sort of things, because he's a big Disney fan.
He is.
Yeah.
The
check my Twitter, you'll see.
Everybody's aware of it at this point, but Disney is remaking an awful lot of their films, their cartoon series that were very, very popular. Cameron, your take on which is better? Should the remakes follow the old cartoon stories almost to a T, or should they deviate from the storylines to create something new and exciting? Basically, Beauty and the Beast versus Tarzan.
Well, Tarzan wasn't actually done by Disney. But
What?
yeah, the live action Tarzan wasn't by Disney.
Let's
so
just
let me
edit that
drop
out.
some knowledge right now.
Well,
But if they were to do a Tarzan,
But
we
if they were.
could say that, yeah.
I mean, well, I'm gonna rephrase it to be Beauty and the Beast versus Pete's Dragon, because Pete's Dragon was drastically different than the original. And obviously the original was a live action with a cartoon dragon, but that one was just awful. I've never really had a moment where I've regretted paying to go to a movie. Usually when I go, I enjoy it enough. That was a movie that I fully regretted, and I went on a $5 Tuesday to the Megaplex. So I mean, I regretted paying even $5 to see that movie.
It was that bad?
Yes.
That could be why it's on Netflix right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think all of the Disney live actions are going to Netflix. I think they have some sort of agreement, except for Star Wars, which sucks.
Stupid, yeah.
But then Beauty and the Beast, that one was very close to the same, just slightly different, like in minor aspects, but the overall story remained the same. And it's so hard to say, because I'm like, I don't mind change because it makes it unique, a unique perspective, but don't make it bad either.
Right.
That's my opinion on the matter. But if you're going to do it the same, or at least very similar, then Beauty and the Beast nailed it on the head by not making it a complete rehash, but like adding little twists and changes here and there to make it a more unique story.
Let's see if I can redeem myself and bring up Jungle Book. Now, Jungle Book was a pretty interesting take. It stayed pretty close to the original Disney interpretation of Rudyard Kipling's story.
Very close, yeah.
But it seemed like it was kind of a hybrid between both of them, because they didn't actually pick up with the Disneyfied songs until like well over halfway through. So which half of that movie was your favorite?
Ooh, that's hard to say. I feel like some of if we're talking specifically the songs, I do feel like some of the songs that were used in the Jungle Book live action were all right, but definitely not as good as the original. In terms of first to second half, probably the second half for me. Just
See, I would agree with that, because that nostalgia button doesn't kick in for me until that point, and that's when I really love the movie, because visually, I mean, it's a great movie to look at. As we talked about last podcast, that's all there is to talk about with that movie is the visuals.
Yeah.
But once they hit that nostalgia button, that's when I really start paying attention.
It was a very painful director's commentary to get through. That's for sure.
I'll have to watch it.
And we'd like to thank the CG team for this scene. Oh, and then the CG team, they did a really good job on the next scene.
I don't have anything else to say other than that.
And yeah, the boy running around right there, that was CG. And all these animals are CG. And okay, I have a question for you, because another Disney film, franchise film, Cars, just came out with their third trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So this podcast is being shot before the film's release.
Yep.
And this new trailer that just came out seems to reveal the entire plotline. We've talked about it a little bit on this podcast before. We talk about it a lot off the air. Josh, how much do you love? I mean, tell us honestly. give us your real feelings. How much do you love trailers that give everything away?
They're my favorites. It's like I don't even have to go to the movies now. No, I hate it. It's so frustrating because we just talked about this last week, where we thought we were going back to the trailers where they just tease and they don't reveal everything, and now it's like we know the entire movie, so now why do I want to go see it? Like of course I want to see this epic finale to Lightning McQueen's story, and I think the story will be good and heartfelt and very Pixar, but it's just like, come on, man, like save me a little bit of something.
A little bit of mystery.
Yeah.
I have this feeling in the back of my mind. I'm like, okay, I feel like this trailer just completely spoiled a lot of the plot. But then I think maybe they did that on purpose. Maybe they're just trying to mislead us. Like, I don't know. That's just my brain maybe trying to redeem the trailer. But I mean, it's hard to say until we actually see the movie, obviously. But yeah, it really does seem like a very strong repeat of the original Cars, but now Lightning McQueen is in Doc Hudson's wheels, and
Yeah, see what you did there.
Clever.
And like he's getting older, he's being run down, and he's being told that he's history, but he's like, I don't know, maybe the difference is instead of being like Doc Hudson and hiding, in a small town, he's going to like achieve. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of, but if that is the plot, I know it now.
Yeah, well, I think Cameron brings something up good. I think that obviously they wouldn't release a trailer that completely reveals everything that they wanted to keep secret. I think they are holding back some things, and the evidence to me of that is they keep referencing in the editing back to this original race where he gets injured, but they play it out as if that race is going to happen again between him and the other faster guy. What's his name? Thunder, yeah. Lightning and Thunder. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he was the guy from the first one.
No, that was
No.
Chick Hicks.
I'll be honest, Cars is not my favorite franchise film.
It was like, it's like Storm McCloud or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Storm.
sounds
That's
right.
what it was. Storm.
It's not McCloud because that would be way too close to McQueen.
Lightning McQueen. Yeah.
That can't be it.
But anyways, yeah. I think it's interesting for sure.
I don't know. Enough people are going to go see it anyway, so obviously the free market system will not stop trailers from revealing absolutely everything in them. And these franchise films, as we've talked about many times before, will just keep on coming and coming and coming. But for me, I do love the trailers that reveal hardly anything at all. When I see a movie trailer that really does reveal everything, I am actually less inclined to go see it. And that's just it. And that was actually true in the Cars franchise. Cars 2 came out, and I saw more or less enough of the plot that I was turned off by it. I just said, whatever. First one was good, but...
And then you get to a point where they start releasing actual clips of the movie, and it's like, I don't know. For me, that kind of ruins the excitement of going and seeing the movie. And to counter that, in reading, because I read the Fantastic Beasts script before I saw the movie,
right?
And even doing that that doesn't ruin it for me as much as watching a trailer or clips that like actually seeing the movie.
I mean, to be fair to this trailer, it isn't. I don't think it was a teaser trailer.
No, it wasn't.
It's a full-blown trailer. So
Right.
It's meant to show more.
So do those less,
I
is
think
what we're
it's
saying.
Showing a little too much.
The Mummy, the new one coming out with Tom Cruise. Now, it's a Tom Cruise movie. It's a remake of The Mummy. But man, was that trailer cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Eyes Changing Over, that was a cool one. But just the one where it's like couple of heartbeats flying on a plane, and then all of a sudden Tom Cruise has to figure out how to survive a plane crash, and you know that he does because Tom Cruise always does that.
Because he did it in Mission Impossible.
Because he did it in Mission Impossible already.
And you know those film theories that like all the Pixar movies are the same? Maybe there's a similar theory out there that Tom Cruise is the same character
in every movie. That would be so cool.
You need to find one.
He's in The Mummy. He's like...
Oh man. All right, that wraps up this segment. Let's go ahead and switch gears and move on.